months and months, days and days since I've seen your face. I can promise you everything you've said has just been erased. You never meant no harm, I know it.
Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Jessica Samawi here, and in today's video we are going to be talking about my oral hygiene routine. This was highly requested by a bunch of my Instagram followers, so I hope you guys enjoy this video and this kind of helps you out with your oral hygiene routine. Be sure to reach out to your dentist if you have any specific questions about the products you're using, just to be sure that you are safe and using it the right way. Without further ado, let's just dive into this video. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the mouthwash that I use. I've been using this Listerine 6-in-1 Total Care. So basically, I've actually been hearing that this mouthwash actually does have alcohol in it. And recently I found out that alcohol does not help the salivary flow inside your mouth. So for those of you that get a dry mouth, definitely try to get a mouthwash with no alcohol inside of it. Once your salivary gland is like super low inside your mouth, it can actually cause cavities. So we don't want that to happen. So try to find a mouthwash that has no alcohol in it. But for now, I've just been using this. And what I like to do is I just put maybe like a third of the cup, just fill it up just a bit. And then after that, what I do is I will put it inside my mouth and just swish it around. And I like to wash my mouth out with a little water. So I'm just gonna do that, just put a little water. Okay, so next let's talk about flossing. If you know me personally, you know that I'm like a huge flossing person. I like literally go off on anybody that doesn't floss. But the floss that I use is actually the Oral-B Super Floss. For anybody that had braces previously, this is awesome because it gets right in between the bracket that's behind your teeth. I actually have a permanent retainer on the bottom. So if you have that problem with trying to find floss that gets in between that, this is the floss for you, and I definitely recommend you buying this. I will link it down below. I get it from Amazon. So all I do is I just take out a piece. It's already cut for you. There's like 50 pieces inside of this. And what I like to do, a little insight on how I floss my teeth. So I'm just gonna go use my incisors, my front teeth. I just like to start with a small piece of floss. Try to like tie it in between your fingers like this. And then what I like to do is I do something called C formation, where I will hug my tooth and bring it down so I can release the plaque. And what you wanna do is you wanna keep going down the whole row of floss, just because you don't wanna like combine the amount of plaque and the bacteria that's in between your teeth together. You want each individual part to have its own piece of floss so you can remove, you know, the gunk and anything that's inside and in between your teeth. So what I do, I put it close together, you know, just about that much apart. And what I'll do is I will hug my tooth like that, and I will release down like that. And then something will obviously come out. I will move on to a little more piece of floss. I will go to the other side like that, and I will release. So what you're doing is you are not sharing bacteria, you're moving down the floss, just making sure that it's very clean in between your teeth. This floss is actually very thick. That's why it's a little hard for me to go in between my teeth when I'm putting it in. That's kind of why I love this floss a lot compared to like the wax floss you find inside the store. It just like loosely goes in between, and I feel like it's not picking up that much plaque. Even if you don't have braces, I definitely recommend this floss just because it's thick and it gets the job done. So I will be right back. Let me finish flossing my teeth. So now let me kind of explain how to do the permanent retainer. What you're gonna wanna do is you're just gonna find wherever your permanent retainer is and where you can't floss fully. You will just poke it through, release it, and there's like a soft part of this floss. You're just gonna press down, and that'll just be cleaning, you know, in between your teeth that have the permanent retainer. So I definitely recommend this floss. It is my holy grail. Also, another thing I use for flossing, I actually have this like water pick. So basically all you're gonna do is you will hold this. It's kind of an old school one, I gotta get a new one. I turn it on, but before I turn it on, I like to hold this or else water will come out. And you're just gonna choose, you just choose how hard you want it to go. I always say start very lightly or else your gums will probably start bleeding if you are not used to flossing your teeth. So I just put it on like a certain power, and then I turn it on and I release and water should come out, and I just go in between my teeth like that. You know, I just let the water go through, clean out in between my teeth. So if you don't like flossing, this is definitely another thing that you could use. So yeah, let's try it out. See the water coming out? Oh my God, I just sprayed water everywhere. I just sprayed water all over the mirror. Oh my gosh. That is too funny. Okay, so now let's move on to toothbrushes. I've actually recently purchased this Aqua toothbrush. Basically, it has a bunch of different programs. You have clean, you have soft, whiten, massage. I've been using the soft feature just because you don't want to be too rough on your teeth. You don't want recession of your gum line, and it's always good to be as light as possible. And what's really cool about this toothbrush is that once you turn it on, it'll literally start to go for 2 minutes, which that's how long you want to be brushing your teeth for, and it'll completely stop after the 2 minutes, so like and you don't have to be counting how long you're going to be brushing your teeth. So I like to use it on the soft feature, as it shows right there. There is a charging machine right over here, and it came with this little travel size kit, which I thought was really cute, and it came with 7 other heads, which I thought was pretty awesome. I know a lot of people struggle to find heads for their toothbrushes, so this is super convenient. And what I like to do is you should be brushing your teeth on like a little angle, like 45 degrees they say, and then once you go, slowly go around the teeth like that. Okay, then you want to get your occlusal area, which is the biting surface, like this. And then you want to get the inside, so you'll move it again in the inside. And then what you want to do is you just want to slowly move it. If you're using an electric toothbrush, you just want to move your arm with it. You're not trying to be scrubbing or you're defeating the purpose. So just slowly go through on that 45-degree angle and just get in there. So yeah, let's talk about the toothpaste that I use. I honestly just use Colgate. Anything that has fluoride fights cavities, and it does the job. And then there's actually this other Prevident, which is also Colgate brand, and I got this actually from my dentist. It was recommended for me. So it's just a prescription strength toothpaste for sensitive teeth. So definitely ask your dentist about that. I will link it down below if you have some issues with sensitivity. A big thing that people don't realize, like I see people putting so much toothpaste on their toothbrush, which you only need like literally a pea size. So I just put like this much. I barely even put anything on my toothbrush. And then all I'm gonna do is I will turn it on, make sure that I'm doing my 45-degree angle, and that's how I brush my teeth. So I'll be right back, let me brush my teeth. So next, let's talk about this tongue scraper. I don't really like the plastic ones. I feel like this is better and it just lasts longer. So what I like to do is I just like to scrape my tongue, try to get back there as much as you can, because for anybody that has bad breath, this definitely helps. I lightly scrape my tongue, try not to press too hard. I just do it like 2-3 times, and that's about it. Okay, so next let's talk about my retainer. So I have a retainer that I put in at night. So after I go through everything I just went through, I want to pop this in. But I also actually, when I was a dental assistant at a general dental office, I actually got to make like a lower impression for myself. So when I want to whiten my teeth, I just put little dots of the whitener inside of my retainer. I actually ran out of my bleach that I usually put, but maybe I can do like a separate video on that. If you guys are interested in that, just comment down below my whitening routine. But yeah, that's honestly my oral hygiene routine. So if you guys enjoyed this video, definitely like it and subscribe. Reach out to me on my Instagram. I will link it down below if you guys want to check it out, and ask me any personal questions that you may have about the application process or my oral hygiene routine. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.
It's been months and months months, days and days since I'm seeing your face. I can promise you everything you've said has just